Thank you, Live Mark. Hi guys, pre-recorded Mark here. I hope you're all having a great time at Lift this afternoon. If you can't be with us today and you're watching this after the event, then I hope you guys are okay as well, and we'll see you when we next come Lift visiting. So this week we're looking at who the Holy Spirit is, how he helps us, and the amazing gifts he gives. So to start off with, who is the Holy Spirit? Now, just before Jesus went back up into heaven, he said to his disciples, I'm going to leave you now, guys, but I'm going to send you a special gift from heaven. In a few days, I'm going to send you the Holy Spirit, and you'll receive power when he arrives. Then Jesus returned right up into heaven, right before their eyes. His friends didn't have a clue what to do with this. They didn't understand what he meant by these words. But on a day soon after, they were sat in a room trying to decide what to do next, when all of a sudden, the sound of a violent, rushing wind filled the house, and they saw what seemed like tongues of fire resting on each of them. They were amazed. Then each of them began speaking in other languages they had never learnt or studied. It was incredible. They rushed out of the house and into the street, and soon a crowd had gathered to find out what all the noise and the incredible sound was all about. Some people dismissed them and said, oh, they must be drunk. But they weren't. They were full of the Holy Spirit. Now, in the crowd were people from many different nations, and to their amazement, they found Jesus' friends talking in their own languages. Then Peter, one of Jesus' best friends, who sometimes got things a bit wrong, boldly stood up and started telling people about Jesus. What happened next was absolutely mind-blowing, because after he had spoken, 3,000 people became Christians in one go. But there was still more to follow, because the next day, Peter and the disciples went out and healed people and did some more amazing miracles. So that answers who the Holy Spirit is and how we met him for the first time. Next, we're going to think about how he helps us. So the Holy Spirit gives us power to live. A bit like putting petrol in a car gives it the power to move. By ourselves, we are about as powerful as a bowl of lumpy custard. But filled with God's Holy Spirit, his powerhouse, we become full of God's power. And when you ask him to fill you, it means he'll be with you and help you every day. But the Bible also makes it clear that this doesn't just happen once. We need to get constantly topped up. Just like a car needs to be topped up with fuel, we need to get topped up as well. So how else does he help us? Well, he'll help you when you're going a bit wrong. He's your conscience. When you're feeling a bit confused about what to do, he helps us make the right choices. He might use a bit of the Bible, or another Christian, or sometimes you'll get something I like to call a holy hunch, where you have no idea why it's the right thing to do, but you just know it's the right thing to do. So now we've covered how he helps us. Lastly, we're going to think about some of the gifts he gives us. Now, not only does the Holy Spirit fill us with God's power, but he gently encourages us and comforts us as well when we need it. For everybody, life doesn't always go as we planned, so we need his encouragement to keep going. As well as this, the Bible talks about something called the fruit of the Spirit, which are gifts that come out of us as we spend more time with the Holy Spirit, thinking about God, thinking about the way Jesus lived his life. Now, the fruit of the Holy Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There's 9 of them. And I don't think any of those are bad things for us to be sharing with the rest of the world. Okay? Right, so that's a brief introduction to the Holy Spirit. I hope it's made some sort of sense. But if you have any questions, please do ask them when we move back over to LiveMark and the rest of the team, or post a question in the comment section below. As always, if you can subscribe, that will be fab, okay? And YouTube will be able to let you know when I've posted a new video, which should be on a Sunday afternoon after lift. Bless you all buckets, guys. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are. Back over to you, LiveMark.